Drilling to Earth's core sounds like the ultimate expedition. But before you grab a shovel, let's walk through what actually happens when you start digging down. The first problem isn't the heat or pressure, it's the dirt itself. A hole 1 meter wide means you're moving half a metric ton of material every second at a steady pace. Within the first minute, you're 60 feet down, which means every shovelful now has to travel 60 feet up just to escape. The energy required? About 100 kilowatts. That's not human scale effort anymore. Keep going for 10 minutes and you're 600 feet deep. Now, you need over a megawatt of power just to lift the rock out. But let's say you've somehow solved that problem with machinery. The heat starts becoming an issue around this point anyway. Earth's temperature increases roughly 35 degrees Celsius per kilometer. Since you're descending at about a kilometer per hour, you'd hit lethal temperatures within 2 hours. And that's in normal crust. Dig in the wrong spot, like Yellowstone, and the rock gets hot enough to kill you even faster. The supervolcano sits on magma much closer to the surface than usual, but assume you're protected from heat. Maybe you've got some incredible cooling system. Pressure becomes the next enemy. Below 15 kilometers, the atmosphere in your hole gets compressed enough that oxygen itself turns toxic. This isn't theoretical. Divers and astronauts deal with oxygen toxicity in high pressure environments all the time. So you add pressure protection to your list of magical solutions. What's left? At this point, we've removed so many real world constraints that the question stops being about physics entirely. You're basically asking what happens in a fantasy scenario where none of the actual rules apply, which honestly gives us a clear answer. Strip away heat, pressure, and the impossible energy requirements, and you're left with something that exists only in imagination. The Earth's core sits 2,900 kilometers below your feet, protected by every force nature can throw at you. Reality doesn't care about your drilling ambitions. The planet has spent 4.5 billion years becoming exactly as hostile to this idea as possible. Every meter down is a reminder that some places weren't meant to be reached. The core will remain untouched, not because we lack curiosity, but because physics itself says no. Human ambition meets planetary indifference. The planet wins every time.